I never met nobody like you.
Damn, I miss early 2000 pop songs. What a time to grow up. Hey guys, welcome back to Adlib Talk, and this is my review for Turning Red. Turning Red is Pixar's latest animated coming-of-age, part fantasy, part comedy movie, which is directed by Domee Shi in her feature directorial debut, with screenplay by Shi and Julia Cho. This is Pixar's first movie to be directed solely by a woman, whilst also strongly featuring Asian characters and Asian culture. So, what do I think of Turning Red? Let's find out. But before we do, as always guys, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it, and please do consider subscribing, as those are the two main ways you can help support my channel right here at Adlib Talk. Cheers, and now let's get right into that review.
Let's go. I'm Meilin Lee. I wear what I want, say what I want, 24/7, 365.
So, Turning Red is set in the Canadian city of Toronto in 2002. Incidentally, this is Pixar's first movie set in Canada. And our main protagonist is Meilin Lee, a 13-year-old star student who gets hundreds and A+ for all her different subjects. Her best friends, Miriam, Priya, Abby, are all, like her, big fans of the boy band Four Town. On the other hand, May's mother shows great disdain towards the band and appears to be quite overbearing and a bit of a control freak with regards to her daughter. May constantly ends up embarrassed because of her mother's actions. Anyways, one night May has a nightmare, and in the morning she wakes up to find out that she has transformed into a large red panda. She soon understands that she only transforms into this panda when she experiences strong emotions. And so we get to see May attempt to deal with this issue, attempt to attend the Four Town concert, whilst also trying to find her own 2 feet and gain some independence from her mother. The plot itself is quite well written. I thought that the story moved at a decent pace. It is not a very long movie and definitely did not need to be longer than it was. What I enjoyed especially about the plot was just how unpredictable it all was. I had certain expectations with regard to the development of the plot, but I was completely off in my predictions. I must say that I did feel that this movie was definitely aimed at women younger than me. I'm sure that teenage girls, for example, will find this story, and especially the main protagonist, easy to empathize with, as they might be passing through similar experiences themselves, obviously cutting out the transforming into a red panda part. For me, it was obviously harder for the story to resonate with, kind of, but I still never felt bored watching this movie for a number of reasons. First of all, let's talk about the characters and the voice acting. May is an extremely lovable protagonist. She has her flaws, many flaws. She can be annoying and obnoxious at times, but ultimately she seems like a good kid who is just trying to gain the approval of her mother all the time. I'm sure some people might have found her a little bit too annoying at times, and I understand that, but for me personally, I thought it was quite refreshing to have a kid who isn't perfect. Seeing a 13-year-old do stupid things, lose control of her temper at times, felt quite authentic. I also loved how confident and outspoken she proved to be, which is surprisingly refreshing when compared to the countless shy protagonists we generally get in these kinds of animated movies. Her overbearing mother, on the other hand, can be a bit too much at times, although there are very clear and understandable reasons why. The relationship between May and her mother is, however, one of the movie's stronger points. And finding out about her mother's childhood were some of the movie's most emotionally powerful moments. Her father gets a few scenes here and there. Again, he's also a very lovable character, but his role in the movie is not that big. Her friends are extremely energetic and prove to be a strong point when it comes to the humor and fun aspects of this movie. And energetic is a good word to use for pretty much all the voice acting. The voice actors seem to have had a blast working on this movie. No, let me rephrase that. Everyone seems to have had a blast working on this movie. Even just looking at the basic description of this movie, one is surprised by just how peculiar and out there it all is. This is a very progressive movie made by Disney standards. It's not just the diversity aspect of this, having an Asian character in Canada, but also because the movie deals with the issue of girls growing up to become women. Mei turning into a red panda is a not so subtle way of symbolizing her starting to hit her puberty years. And I mean, we literally see her mum shoving pads into her face in front of the rest of the class. I'm obviously not the best person to talk about this movie's themes, but you get the idea. Moving on to the animations, and as you can expect from Pixar, the animations are incredible, extremely colorful and vivid, taking full advantage of Toronto's diverse urban background. The setting is beautiful, but it's the characters who offer us the best visuals. Mei's panda version is just astonishing to look at, with the fur looking perfect. I also enjoyed the technique used when characters express emotions, such as hearts showing up in characters' eyes. These kinds of quirky additions were again very refreshing to me. Overall, I feel like Turning Red, despite clearly not being a movie made specifically for me, is another hit for Pixar. It is astonishing how the studio can keep on offering fresh new takes on subject matters which have been covered quite a lot already. Coming-of-age stories for 13-year-olds are a dime a dozen, but director Domee Shi has taken advantage of Chinese culture, offered us a fresh new take on the coming-of-age family dramas, and given us a movie that was not becoming an all-time classic hit like Toy Story or Soul, for example, is still a wonderfully enjoyable movie for all the family, and especially for teenage girls who might just be experiencing the troubles of growing up like our lovable protagonist, Mei. My rating for Turning Red is a very good 4 out of 5.
Mama's girls. It's gonna be me.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that review. And if you did, as always, don't forget to leave a like on this video. And please do consider subscribing. Cheers, and I'll see you guys next time right here on AdLib Talk.